All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimensions. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. Invest for tomorrow to all the subscribers. Welcome back. And as we jump into Nndm's chart, I do want to quickly announce to every single investor that I have a new ticker symbol you won't want to miss. You definitely want to keep this one on your radar moving forward. And I've talked about it previously in other videos, and it was one of the stocks that I told everyone to add to their watch list about 2 weeks ago. So we're going to reiterate some stuff. We're going to look over the chart and future potential movement, right? And based off of how the company's expanding and even the vaccine rollout. So stay tuned till the end because this is definitely a ticker symbol you won't want to miss and you definitely want to have on your watch list. So Nano Dimensions. Nndm continues to pull down. I had stated yesterday that this could continue to pull down due to investor sentiment, and a lot of investors are going ahead and locking in profits. This has a lot to do with profit taking and a slight uncertainty, right? Because of the fact that a lot of investors are a little worried on what's going to happen in February. This is the last week of January, and we're moving into February next week. And then also the fact that the company wants to try to dilute shares, either add more shares or do offerings. And then offerings right now, everyone's saying based off of the SEC rules, they can't just go ahead and do offerings like that. There's a limit until the next time. So what they're planning on doing based off of rumors, unless people have gotten that email that everyone's saying, I haven't had a chance to see it in my inbox, but if you guys have really received it, I would love for any one of you guys as investors to allow other investors and viewers to be aware of this, to go ahead and let us know what the email is saying and what you interpreted from it. But a lot of people are saying that they're planning on diluting some shares or adding more shares to the total outstanding. So Nano Dimensions is pulling down. That's because of the fact that a lot of investors that came in for a short period of time or just got in around 12, got in around 10, said, hey, this is my chance. So it's not like terrible signs that this is going downwards. If anything, there's two ways to look at it. As I always say, opportunity to get more shares, opportunity to get in if you haven't already, or watch this closely, or it's time to, I said two things, but I'm saying all these different things, or it's time to go ahead and get out, right? But just to keep it simple between two, opportunity to buy or opportunity to sell, right? Based off of your perspective, your end goal, and your investment strategy. Now, a lot of investors are bullish on Nndm. They're starting to see unrealized profits go downwards. And that's happening due to the fact of this pullback. But if you hold, right, and you believe in this company, you are not allowing this to hold you back from the long-term result. Now, February is going to be a little bit rocky. So if you have came across Nano Dimensions for the first time, or if you're holding now at this price and it continues to go down, right, we definitely want to watch these prices closely, because of the fact that after February or March, we will start to see this ride back up. Especially, we want to watch more than ever ARK Invest's approach, because if they sell any position, I won't say that's terrible, because if they sell once and then they buy again, then they're trying to rebalance. But if they start shaving off, that could be a sign that we've not hit the top and that we're on our way to the bottom, but that they're rethinking the whole strategy here and opportunity. But I don't think ARK Invest would have so many shares, and they've been buying literally almost every single day, to go ahead and end up now selling short from their goal, because they see beyond this. Because ARK Invest bought here at $17, almost $18. I want every single investor to be aware of that. And if they bought up here and they bought on the way down, and we're here to talk today that they bought some more, that's interesting. So let's go ahead and see our resistance and support after we look at how ARK Invest reacted. So here's the 26th, that's to yesterday, and here's the 27th. So the 26th, this is RQ, the 26th. I can't believe I have to really emphasize this. I thought you guys can actually see this, but I've had some investors say, you're not telling us the date, you're not telling us when, what's going on here, how do we know this was today? I'm showing it here in the video. So I apologize. I want to really apologize to every single investor that hasn't been aware of just taking a moment to see here. And I thought I actually say these dates. So I apologize if I miss it. So RQ, the 26th yesterday. Today's the 27th. We had 6,946,273 shares. I believe that this has made it above the top 10 of RQ. And the lowest I'll see this go is the top 15. I believe this is going to stay up here. And the goal for this to actually end up top 3 or top 5 is a big deal, and it's possible, especially the way they're loading up. So let's see how they loaded up now. They went from 946,000 to 7,031,905. That's literally like almost 100,000 shares. That's 90,000 shares from yesterday to today. Value has gone down, right, due to the fact that the stock is pulling back, but there's going to be some extreme growth as this works its way back up to where they're actually trying to aim for this to reach. So 127, right? I want you guys to be aware that's today. Yesterday's the 26th. So I went from 6 million, right, to the 27th, 7 million. So let's see here. On the 26th of ARKW. ARKW was 4,122,740 shares. And today, for ARKW, on the 27th, 4,122,740 shares. So when we look at the difference between yesterday and today, this has not changed. Now, they're a little bit more hesitant on ARKW. They've always done anywhere between 5,000 to 20,000, 30,000, maybe 50,000 shares on ARKW. This is the first time in almost a month or in weeks that they have not taken a position here to upsize this position. That's fine. They have a plan here probably. They haven't sold though. That's a really good sign. But they're trying to wait and see if this bottoms out or pulls back a little bit more. Or as it rises up, they're like, okay, let's load up on some more shares. So this one right here definitely hasn't moved, but ARKQ moved by almost a total amount of 100,000 shares. It was about 90,000 or maybe 80 something in the high 80s, but it's a large amount of shares. So ARK Invest continues to buy, and even as this continues to go downwards, and even if they dilute or do offerings or whatever Nano Dimensions plans on doing going into February, we want to watch ARK Invest closer than ever, because this is the highest that we've seen Nano Dimension reach. And now we're going back down to these numbers. So I want us to keep in mind this can go back down to the $12 mark, and it can go back down here to the $10 mark. If it goes below $10, I mean, that's pretty interesting. And we're going to have to see what's going on moving forward. Like, what truly is ARK Invest's goal? How bullish are they feeling? Have they sold any positions? Have they paused on both ETFs? Or could this continue? So I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts. I mean, we're really seeing this already pull back, and it might continue. I want you guys to be aware of this. I don't want it to catch any of us by surprise. There will be some pullbacks here, but ARK Invest continues to load up. So that's a good sign from their perspective. Now, because they're loading up doesn't always mean that this can come right back up to $18 or go higher, but it shows us a sign of how they're feeling and how we should think as well as individual investors. So our support here is 1407. We're currently at 1430. If 1407 gets broken through, the lowest point we reached was 1389. And I know that this was a flash drop here, kind of like a glitch in the stock market, but we still want to consider it, after being so volatile, 1321 as another support level to watch how this is reacting between 1407 and then the low here of 1389, 1390, give or take, and then on its way down to these points down here of 1322. So 1407 is the first support level to look at. And then we have those to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring this back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, our resistance level is 1533. If that gets broken through, we want to watch this carefully. We want to see how this reacts, but this does not guarantee us as investors that the bulls have gained control until they break through 1570 and work their way back up into bullish territory. And the next resistance level would be up here at 1663. I'd write that down. Super important once we cross the 50-day moving average. But 1533 does not signify or guarantee that the bulls can make themselves back up to bullish territory. This is just an indicator for us investors to know where the momentum is going. And if the bulls turn it into a support, they can start to pull up to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. Share the insight so they don't miss out on this information and they're aware of why we're having some pullbacks and how investor sentiment currently is. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Stay tuned till the end because the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys, you definitely want to have on your radar if you don't have it already. So stay tuned for more information on that. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, I definitely want every single investor to be aware of the fact that the ticker symbol I'm about to share, I've talked about it before. The link has been below in every single video in the description, and I'm going to retouch base on it. And I believe it's a ticker symbol every single investor in the near future should have on their watch list, whether it's after watching this video or focusing on other stocks or just adding it to your watch list and keeping it on your radar. You definitely want to have this one right there. You're watching its movement, watching its behavior, and you definitely want to do research on it. I've talked about it before. This ticker symbol is WBA. I'm here to retouch base on it because Walgreens Boots Alliance Inc. has had a slight pullback, but it's showing healthy signs of growth. If you look at the video when I did it, it was way back here around $42, $41 and some change. I don't really remember just yet where it was at, but it's down below. The description down below has the link. You'll definitely want to see that video to get a better understanding of my theory, my analysis, and what I'm seeing overall in the chart, because I go all the way back to the year 2000, all the way leading until now. And for now, it's looking like it's having some type of effect on the positive side. And then also some of the new news, I went ahead and pinned the comment, the first comment down below in the comment section of that video, the one down below in the description. And I'm talking about some of the growth expansions that WBA is having moving forward. Like, it's really expanding and it's partnering up with others. So you definitely want to see why the reasoning behind this has potential, and you definitely wanted to have it on your radar. So we talked about it back here around $41, $42. It grew all the way up to $49, slight pullback. And this was a time to reconsider if this was the time you wanted to get in, if you haven't already. And if you were already in, you were going to see it as an opportunity. There's always two ways to look at a stock when it's going down, depending on what your end goal is and where you're trying to see this go and how much more potential you see. So opportunity to get out and say goodbye to the stock or put it back on your watch list, or opportunity to get in with more or for the first time. And here we are seeing it run up again. It hit highs of 55. That was pretty volatile for Walgreens, but it hit a high here of about 53, brought itself back down, and it's consolidating right now at 51. So far, it's holding itself up nicely from $46. Is there potential for this to continue to work its way up? Certainly. And with all the news on vaccine rollouts and the goals of the new administration, that's just going to benefit Walgreens tremendously. So if you want a full thorough analysis on everything that I talked about back when I found out that this was an opportunity to have on your watch list and watch closely and keep it on your radar, because I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold, but I am here to enlighten every single investor. Go down below in the description. In that link, you'll see it. It says the Walgreens must add to your watch list, and it has the potential to 2x your money. And the reason why I say that is based off the history of the chart and moving forward, the potential that Walgreens is having. I mean, it's partnering up to the point that it's even going to have clinics according to articles and information on what they're doing and rolling out moving forward, plus vaccine hopes, vaccine revenue, market share, and so forth. And they're usually administering vaccines, right? So Walgreens has that. And then there's a whole nother theory that you definitely want to tune in on, because I go ahead and break it down. I could be completely wrong or completely correct, but I highly encourage you guys to check out everything that I have to say about it. And I look forward to seeing your guys' comments down below in the comment section about that video, either here or on that video, on how you feel about what I see and what we're seeing already, how the chart has moved. So definitely add this to your watch list and keep it on your radar if you have not already. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.